Hey, how's it going tonight, guys? Jonathan Stringer here, joining you once again for another video. Tonight, I actually wanted to do something pretty fun. Actually, if you guys see the title of the video, it's called 3 tips for network marketers, or 3 Facebook tips for network marketers. I wanted to dive into this because there's so many people that understand the value and the necessity of implementing Facebook and its strategies into their business building, but there are so many people who do it wrong. And I want to be able to help you guys out with that. And I've been doing a lot of studying, a lot of practicing as well on my own, and just talking to a lot of some of the giant leaders who have done some phenomenal things on Facebook for their network marketing business. And so really this is all here to help you guys out. And so you may be sitting there thinking, actually, hey, should I use Facebook to promote my network marketing business? And you may be wondering that because you have an unsupportive upline. There are uplines out there that say, no, stay away from Facebook, stay away from anything online. It's all old school. We talk to, your warm market and go on from there to there to there. There's a lot of different reasons. Some people are worried about ending up in Facebook jail, okay? Because there's a lot of bad things that you can do on Facebook that get you in Facebook jail. And I really just want to share some do's and some, I guess specifically, I believe there's one don't that I want to hit on tonight. And these are really going to help you moving forward, okay? These are things that are going to help you stay out of Facebook jail, help you build your team, be credible, and not be seen as a cheesy network marketer, not be seen as the typical, oh, well, there we go, Susie's back at it again, can't believe she's doing this thing. Okay, and that's really what I want to help you guys be able to just set yourselves apart from the rest of the group. And I just want to let you guys know, Facebook is phenomenal when it's done the right way, okay? The internet in general is, but like I said, tonight's focus is Facebook. And so before I knew how to use Facebook, to kind of give you guys a little bit of a background, because you guys may be coming from this, before I knew how to use Facebook, I would go out and just kind of mass message people. I think there was at one point a couple weeks, maybe a week span, and I had to have sent out a couple hundred messages. Okay, I got some warnings from Facebook. This was when they weren't quite so strict on their messaging limits, but got in a little bit of trouble with Facebook. Not anything crazy. Essentially, they didn't want me messaging as often as I was, and my messages were they were copy paste. It wasn't geared towards anybody. It wasn't involving anybody specifically, saying, hey, I want to reach out to you for this reason. I was just finding somebody and just copy paste. I didn't care what they were in. I didn't care how old they were. I didn't care. If they had a Facebook and they looked like they could be over 18, copy paste, send it off to them. Out of those hundreds that I sent out, I'm not kidding, I had maybe 300-400 or more people that I messaged. I had to have gotten 5-6 people to reach out back to me. And out of those 5 or 6, a couple of them were other network marketers trying to help me, saying, hey, not the best thing to do. And then a couple others were, yeah, we'll listen to you real fast. And then after whatever exposure that I gave to them, video, phone call, whatever it was like, nope, not doing that. And it was largely because of how I presented myself. It wasn't because I didn't have a great opportunity, or I didn't, because I think at one point I even connected somebody to my upline, and they were, just off the wall, great, did everything 100% correct. This person just the way I came across was not professional. It was not what we're trying to do for the industry. Okay, and that's something huge. We want to make sure that we're representing the industry with integrity, that we're going out there and we're not just doing some spammy, terrible tactics, hype recruiting or anything like that. We want to make sure that when we're talking to people, when we are prospecting people, recruiting people, whatever it is, whatever stage they are in, we're doing it with integrity. We are doing it with an actual care for that person, and that we aren't doing anything shady. And really copy and pasting, when you're doing that, the way, at least in my instance, okay, and it's probably the same for a lot of people, I saw dollar signs. I didn't see people. Okay, so I'm saying I'm going to recruit 5 people. That's going to give me a blank. I don't remember. I had done the numbers. I'm a big numbers guy, so I had done the numbers at that time. X, large check, a couple $100, $1,000 maybe. And that was all I cared about. I didn't care who they were. I didn't care what walk of life they came from. I just knew I wanted my money. Not the best way to go about. That's not how we should be representing the industry. So, on to these tips, guys. Number 1 tip, okay? This is my don't for the night. And this is going to upset some of you too, probably, if you're watching this and you do this. And I don't mean anything mean towards you. I mean this in the most kind way that I can. Okay, because it's something that really gives the industry a bad taste. People cannot stand this aspect about the industry. Do not, no matter what, under any circumstances, post a link to go and buy your product. What does that accomplish? Okay, there's a couple of things, and pretty much they're all negative. Okay, one, they know exactly what you're in. Okay, and I'm sorry, doesn't matter what company you're in. You go out, you Google. Okay, you're in Amway, you're in wow, my mind all of a sudden goes blank on every network marketing company that I know of. Okay, let's just go industries. You're in health and wellness, you're in travel, you're in technology, you're in water, you're in, you name it. No matter what company you're in, there is negative reviews out there about it. If there's not, congratulations on being in a startup. Wait a couple years, you will for sure be able to Google your company's name and put scam after that, and you will find thousands of results. That's just that's the reality, okay? And it's not that your company is bad, it's everybody's negative about things. That's what sells. That's why the news is so negative all the time. Okay, so don't give it away. Don't say, oh, this is what I'm in. And all of a sudden everybody knows and they're saying, oh, I don't want to join Susie anymore because I know Susie's in this company, and I Googled it, and on this guy's blog he said that company actually worships Satan and they sacrifice goats and they actually try to trick people into joining the company, and it's a terrible pyramid scheme and blah blah blah. You'll find it on your company, guarantee it. Okay? People will go on their health and wellness companies. They'll say, oh, their products are made from sand. They just put them in a pill. It's in there. Okay? Don't do it. The other thing that it does is instantly you're coming off as a salesperson. Nobody comes to Facebook to be sold. When I log into Facebook, I don't log in and say, oh, I can't wait to be sold today. Wonder what the next big thing I'm going to be sold. I log into Facebook to connect with friends, with family, to post motivational things, to be able to teach something to people. Sometimes I shouldn't say sometimes, always I want to learn, okay? But I don't want to be sold. I don't want somebody sitting there, hey, buy this, buy this, buy this. I like it when people just teach me something. And that is huge because you're totally just crossing those boundaries. Not to mention Facebook kind of has some rules against that. You're actually not even supposed to be doing business. I forget how they word it exactly, but you're not supposed to run a business from your personal profile page. And as long as you do it the right way, okay, I'm going to give you some tips later on. As long as you do it the right way, you're not breaking any rules by doing it on your personal page. I don't want everybody to feel like, oh, I have to go do a fan page now. It's not what I'm saying. But you shouldn't be, you're not supposed to sell things from your personal page. You can get reported, you can get in trouble, thrown into Facebook jail, things like that for that. Okay? And the third thing that it really does is it puts a bad taste in everyone's mouth. I love the industry. I'm not a big fan of when people go on and they say, I'm selling magic stones. I've got 2 left. Buy them before they run out because they're half price right now. I'm sitting there and I'm like, you're kind of being lazy. You're not going out and marketing it. You're just posting it on Facebook hoping that somebody will buy it. And that's not a way to do anything. Have you taught anybody about the benefits of your product? Have you reached out to anybody? Have you personally tried to market it to other people? That's a point in network marketing is marketing to your network and trying to strengthen your network. Not just posting it on Facebook hoping to get a couple easy, quick sales on a product. I will put one caveat. I know I said never do it. And there's probably some of you sitting there saying, well, my upline does it. They're in such and such, or we're in such and such company, and they've had tons of success, and they tell me to do it. Generally, the caveat being, generally, if somebody is getting sales from that type of post, okay, they are either A, have only done it after building themselves up as a reputable person that people trust, okay? And that's whether all over Facebook or maybe that's just to their warm market. So they have friends and family that say, oh, Joey is marketing the magic stone and I know Joey. Joey would never steer me wrong. I trust him so much that because he put it on Facebook, that's what I'll buy from him. Okay, that is one instance where it works limitedly. The other is when somebody has built a brand on Facebook. Okay, you look at some of these big leaders, they have taught people about the importance of things. They have done webinars, seminars, things like that. Okay, and they post it every so often. But if they're doing it all the time, they're going to get the same result because they don't come here to be sold. And that's just the truth of the matter. Okay? That's my one just do not do. Okay? If I can stress anything, do not do it. I've heard you'll hear it from any top leader. Okay? Anybody who is huge in network marketing will tell you steer clear of it. So this is not just Jonathan Stringer logic. This is huge leaders, okay? You go out, and I don't want to tell you specifically who to go find, but you start looking at some of the giant leaders in the industry, start looking at their blogs, start looking at their teachings, and you'll hear this, okay? Number 2, when you're going on Facebook to get leads, to market to people, to connect with people, a lot of times, okay, this kind of links back to the first tip. A lot of times our mindset is close them. I either want to sell them a product or recruit them. Sell them a product or recruit them. Okay, that's our mindset. That's what we want to do. That's where we're going. That's our end goal. And people, again, they don't want to be sold. Nobody really likes a salesman. You go into the car dealership and you're kind of dreading when those guys come out because you're like, as soon as they come out, I'm going to stop looking at the cars that I want to look at, and they're going to try to sell me on the newest, best car over here, okay? Rather than trying to sell somebody and close them, compliment them. It sounds really simple, but whenever somebody compliments you, how do you feel? Are you sitting there thinking, I don't want to hear from this person? Somebody walks up to you and says, hey, that's a great, your hair looks great today. I don't care, you're a girl, guy. Somebody comes and tells you your hair looks good. You're going to be like, oh, thank you. Like, it instantly puts you in a better mood. Okay? And now some of you are thinking, great, so I'll compliment somebody and then pounce them. And then say, hey, I got an opportunity. No, no, no. Sincerely compliment them. Tell them a compliment and then talk to them. I don't know why it's such a foreign concept to so many people. They think, oh, I got to close everybody I talk to immediately. And I understand the point in urgency, and I understand the point in staying busy. But you have to remember, network marketing is about building your network. It's about leveraging the connections you have with people. Okay? And if you're not building connections, if all you're doing is trying to make money off of your connections, and you're no longer strengthening or building new connections, you're not going to get very far very fast. It's just going to end disastrous for you. Okay? Tip number 3, and this is something that I could do an entire video on, but I will at a later date, but I want to get it out here for you, okay? And that's brand yourself. I mentioned it in tip number 1, how some people have branded themselves. Everybody, regardless of what point you are in your life, you have branded yourself in some way, in some shape or form. Excuse me. It doesn't matter if you've branded yourself as the jokester, as the political person, as the network marketer, as the salesman, as the stay-at-home mom who is really great and takes care of her kids. If you haven't intentionally built your brand, you still have one, because that's how people see you. Okay? I was reading, what was I reading? I'm trying to think. I was actually reading a blog post. It was on, I don't know if any of you guys know Simon Chan, MLM Nation, great leader in another company. He does a blog though, and I was looking at one of the blog posts. I don't remember if it was him specifically or a guest post, but he talked about his brand in somebody's eyes, the way they perceived him, was a slacker. Because when they went to college together, he left school and he barely scraped by. He had class with this one guy, one class with him, and he got like a C- in it. Barely scraped by, barely passed that class because he aced the final. Okay? And he said 10 years later, he's wanting to talk to this guy, but that's how this guy perceived him when he reached out to him. He didn't see him as somebody who was successful, as somebody who was doing better in their life. He still had this brand, this perception of him as a slacker, as a C- person. Okay, so think about everything that you do. When you're branding yourself, think about everything that you post. Okay, I understand that there's some pictures that make us laugh a whole lot. But is that congruent with what you're trying to portray yourself as? If you want to market on Facebook, remember that everything builds your identity. Doesn't matter if you are posting funny pictures, if you are posting motivational pictures, if you are posting political, religious, anything. It's building your brand. It is building what people see of you and what people think of you. And you've got to be careful with that. Because so many people unintentionally place themselves between a rock and a hard spot. And they're trying to reach out to people. Maybe they understand the importance of reaching out to people on Facebook to connect with them and potentially see if they can help them with their opportunity. But if they're reaching out to them and the only thing that person is seeing, maybe they don't know you in person, all of a sudden they go to your Facebook profile and they see, oh, Susie, wow, Susie's really opinionated on that political point. Oh, and Susie also is trying to sell this product all the time. Oh, and wow, Susie's kind of negative. She posts a lot about how much her life sucks. And wow, Susie also posts some really inappropriate things. she sounds like a cool person on the message. She said all the right things, but the vibe I'm getting from her, not my thing. And they're not gonna, you could pitch them, you could do amazing, follow everything perfectly right, say all the right things. You could know their why, what would motivate them. You could say it correctly, and people will opt out of working with you because you are branding yourself incorrectly. So be conscious of that, guys. I don't want to go too deep into that, but be conscious of it. Okay? Now I know I said 3 tips on the video. I want to give you guys a bonus tip as well. This goes kind of hand in hand with branding, but at the same time, it's a whole different thing as well. Okay, so tip number 4. If you do anything with Facebook, if you do any prospecting, any contacting, anything, what you need to do is go out and teach. Because the more you teach, the more you're going to learn. The more you teach, the more people are going to see you as having the ability to impact them. Okay? If you want to help, maybe Jacob down the road, Jacob across the world, but he's on your Facebook, okay? Jacob across the world, you want to help him have success. You want to help him increase his health, increase his wealth, increase time and money freedom. What all those phrases that we always use, You've got to go out and teach, because he's got to see you as being able to provide some unique value. Okay? You have to understand, and this isn't anything, this is a phenomenal thing about the industry, but network marketing companies are everywhere. There's thousands out there. There's a new opportunity popping up every single day. New companies are launching, okay? There are distributors everywhere looking to reach out, connect with people, and try to recruit them into their company. And people don't join companies. You've heard this. Everybody's heard this. They don't join companies. They join people. What are you doing to set yourself apart? If you're teaching, if you're enlightening people, if you're showing off the skills and the knowledge that you've learned, then they see you and they say, wow, you're an expert. You're this. You're great. You're a leader. You're somebody I can trust and I can get behind, and you're not just somebody trying to get me in for a quick dollar. I'm not somebody's lottery ticket. Oh, can I recruit Jacob down the road? Because if I do, he's going to go off and he's going to do it for me. Dumbest idea ever. I'll probably do another video on that. That irritates me when people treat it like a lottery ticket. But back on subject. Teach. Show that you bring value to the table. Show that you can bring value to somebody's life. Because that's what network marketing is. You're bringing value to other people. You're helping them improve their life. And when you teach, you're just solidifying the impact that you can bring to them. They see you and they say, I do want to follow you when you teach. Okay? And I want you guys to understand, some of you are sitting there and you're thinking, well, that's great, Jonathan. Yeah, I want to teach, but I just got in 2 weeks ago, a week ago, yesterday. What do I teach? Well, reach out to your upline. Ask them, say, hey, number 1 principle you want to teach me right away. Learn something from them and then teach it. That's the best way to learn something too, is to put it, take notes on something so that you can teach it. Guarantee once you get done teaching it, you will learn it. You will have learned it better than any amount of listening could have ever done for you. All right? You've got to take advantage of the little knowledge that you have, even if you're brand new, okay? You might have a ton of knowledge. I don't know. But even for the people who think that they have a little bit of knowledge, take advantage of it. Say, I'm going to go out and teach, because there's somebody out there with less than you, and they're looking for that. They're looking for the help that you can give them. And just get a little bit outside your comfort zone. Go out there and give that help to them, because that's what they're looking for. That's what teaching is. Read a book. Read a blog. You really want to learn some skills, okay? I'll list a couple blogs off that if you're sitting here thinking, well, I don't have an upline to reach out to, Jonathan. Sorry, I don't know anybody's number. Okay, I just got in. I have no books. I have no CDs. I don't even have a system for my company to plug into. I have nothing at all. What do I teach? Okay, Ray Higdon, giant. Okay, giant in the teaching industry. Eric Worre, another giant. You have Todd Falcone, Simon Chan, mentioned him earlier. Okay, I've got a blog. I've got several blog posts on my blog. Okay, there are so many people out there, and that's a few of them. And I could list off more and more. I love looking at what other people are doing and being able to learn from them because there's so much information out there. You're never at a spot where you can't learn something and turn around and within 30 minutes teach it again to somebody. Okay? That's possible. It's not outside of any realm of the possibilities. Guys, take advantage of these 4 tips. Go out there, bring an impact to people's lives, start utilizing Facebook and leveraging the power of it in your business. Because as you do, you'll start to see growth just jump and jump again, and you'll be amazed at the things that'll happen in your business in such a short amount of time. It's not overnight, okay? I'm not guaranteeing you overnight success. That's not what a business is. Okay, that's not what network marketing is. But you can shorten your road, so to speak, as if you're leveraging all of your tools available to you. And that's what Facebook is, a phenomenal tool. Okay, guys, have a great night. Thank you so much for hopping on. And actually, Raul, thank you so much. Raul, guys, he just asked, can I post a link to my blog? Yes, I will put a link in the comments below. So if anybody's watching this, they want to get a link to my blog, they want to check it out, I will put that in the comments below. Check it out, guys. Tell me what you think about it. If there's a subject, just like I said in my last video, if you guys have a subject, something that you want to learn about, let me know. Because if I don't know about it, I'll go and learn about it and teach it to you, okay? Bar none. That's what I'll do. But a lot of things I do have at least some understanding of, and I'll start teaching it to you guys. I'll help you guys out. No matter what stage you're at in your business, I'll give you something that you can build off of, that you can learn from. Thank you guys again. Have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you guys again tomorrow.